Aha! Bet you didn't expect to hear me first thing. Hey guys, AC here. Giving you a quick little update because we have our episode 100 mega show coming up. Wanted to give you some hot tips and information about that. Since, this is going to be in just a few days from its launching. That is going to be Saturday, April 6th from noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern to question mark, likely midnight Pacific. But we'll just be having fun no matter what. To give you guys a little update on what we have, potential games that we're going to be doing. So what we'll do is a shortened show and then do some gaming with the whole community and just have some fun. We're going to be working together with a charity, the Brony Thank You Fund, to raise some additional prices or to raise some money for them. We're going to be having prizes. I've got some additional recordings. If we hit particular marks, we could do some Let's Plays. So we'll be doing some different things. Potential games we're going to be doing, I have a list here: Scribblenauts Unlimited, Minecraft, TF2, Terraria, Realm of the Mad God, Torchlight 2, Portal 2, Magicka, Left 4 Dead 2, Borderlands 2, The Ship, and if there's anything else that's a suggestion that we could easily do, we can totally go for it. Guest-wise, I have listed down here Sibsy, Dusty Cat, Pixel Kitties, IDW's Ted Anderson, a bunch of the staff from EQD, including Fee, Seth, Serial, PK, Mitty Niderson, JJ should pop by, Amy Keating-Rogers is going to start off the show. We have Savannah, who's our friend from a mysterious comic book company that cannot be mentioned, who also does she has her own podcast I'm blanking on. Pony One Kenobi will be there. So Dennis is going to show up. Tetra is going to be there. We've got tons of guests, so we're just kind of having fun with that. There is a link I will also put in the show notes so you can look at the Mega Show doc, and we will have the Mega Show doc up for you guys to take a look at during the show. As said, all these servers and all the stuff that we're doing, we want you to join in and play with us. We got a Team Speak Up, Minecraft servers, TF2, Terraria. We're going to have everything, set up for you so we can jump in here and have a great time, make a little bit of donations, and just generally celebrate the fact of 100 episodes that we put out to you guys. So, hooray. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Go check it out. We've got a ton of stuff planned. We have 12 hours of fun we're hoping to fill in this coming Saturday, so hope you can come on by. Link for where to see it and everything should be in the show notes. Should be over at justin.tv/Bronyville podcast. All right, here's the show, guys. Lates.
My little pony, my little pony.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode number 99, recorded on March 30th, 2013. I'm your host, Apple Cider. How's it going, everyone? How's it going, Sandy?
It's going all right.
It is going. It continues to go.
Yep.
How's your week been, sir?
Pretty good. Full of delightful surprises, let me tell you. In fact, I will a little later.
Much been done on SandyCon?
We're progressing. I mean, we're still so super far out. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you are. It's like November to now. It's just like a billion things that need to get done, but maybe not right now.
Yeah. Hey, we just opened we have our official checking account, so not everything's sitting in the PayPal. Ooh, several $1,000s just went into a checking account. Ooh.
Oh, aren't you all business-like? Well, Sandy, you were the ones that nabbed our particular guest this week, so why don't you do the introductions, good sir?
All right, our guests this week are two of the fine folks from Silly Philly Studios, who recently put out the 15-minute long fan animation Snowdrop. Yes. That I discussed last week and was like, oh my god, all the feels.
Max feel.
So, maximum feel. So we have Zedrin and Meredith from that team, and we're glad to have them on the show so we can talk about sad Phillies and snow.
Yes.
So we can't go any further into the episode until we discuss two very important things, you guys. We have to get this answer or the show crashes to a halt. We need to know your favorite character and favorite episode. And Zedric, you can go first.
Let's see. Favorite character is definitely Luna. Favorite episode would probably have to be the royal wedding. In my opinion. Just because
All
it
right.
was freaking awesome.
I'd say my favorite character is definitely Fluttershy. And favorite episode is always hard. It always comes down to a tie between May the Best Pet Win and Sweet and Elite. Those are my two top.
Those are both good episodes. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're glad to have you on the show today. We're going to turn this around, AC, and why don't you get to tell us about the sponsors this time around?
Ooh, it's reverse day. I love this. One
Yeah,
episode
Sandy's
before
being
100.
assertive.
one episode before 100 and everything starts changing.
Oh, man. Just wait till 101.
Yeah, that's when it's completely on. We do another backwards show then. Actually, if we think about this, this actually is going to be posted a little bit after April Fool's. Oh, we didn't think about anything this week. Too busy.
Nope.
I know. Backwards show. That was crazy. Anyway, our sponsors, We Love Fine. We love them because they are makers of great merchandise, not only of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic type, but they do certainly a ton of other merchandise. Star Trek, Star Wars, Adventure Time, Marvel, you name it, they have it out there. Let's see what we got for Pony, because they had a whole bunch new stuff. New t-shirts. I like they have an Alicorn banner shirt on the front page. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that one is pretty cool. I also like, well, I'm sort of curious as to who would purchase this. You can get yourself a Trek red shirt polo. Signify to the world that you are in fact expendable.
I don't know. I think there's some charm in that.
Yes.
There's a little
and I do like the Pony Princess shirt. That is nice.
Because with the polo shirt, if you're the red shirt, everybody immediately understands. If you go blue or yellow, you have to be like, so is that engineering or
command?
Is that? Oh god, I'm trying to remember. Depends on that. Just gets muddy. Go red shirt. You know you're expendable. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Timo
also cat bug shirts from Bravest Warriors.
And tons bags were so bags and every single type of merch, geeky stuff galore. That is We Love Fine, and you can use Bronyville 10. Hey, you'll get 10% off your purchase. All right, Sandy. So that is our sponsor time. So we need to know Fandom Fire status.
The Fandom Fire status. I think the fandom is actually plotting right now.
Well,
There's no fires. It's actually been a quiet couple weeks, but just you wait. When we least expect it, something will explode.
We're expecting fire. We're setting up for the next fire brigade.
Yep. Smokey the Bear does not appreciate this.
Just sitting there, stocking up on matches.
They're doing it. They're gonna do it anytime soon.
Where? You guys stock
All
up on
right.
matches.
So,
Sandy, do you like eating crow?
I'm fine eating crow. I'm also fine admitting that I was wrong.
And what were you wrong about?
Last week, and this was rather funny, I was extremely skeptical of Skullgirls reaching the $725,000 amount to get Main 6, the Z engine. Not only did they hit 725, they hit 825. The last second fundraising was pretty mad. I donated some myself. Their final number is $829,827 raised in like 90 days. And they have like 5 extra characters, 4 announcer packs. Robo Fortune gets this thing. And they're committing to a huge amount of new stuff. And it's really cool because the guys that did Skullgirls, it's a quality game and they put a lot of love into it. And it's a good thing the Main 6 will be getting to use the Z engine because it is way more robust than Fighter Maker 2K. So I was wrong, but it was a good thing that I was wrong because Main 6 will be able to do a lot more with the new engine.
So what did you end up getting out of your donation package? Which one did you go through?
The backer. It was like, get a Steam code for the game, beta access, DLC form access, backer title, contributor credit.
Okay.
So, I mean, I didn't have a ton of money, but I was like, yeah, I'll do my part. Buy a copy for the PC, because that is a superior platform.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not for fighting games, but it's what I prefer.
Okay.
So, yeah, Skullgirls. Good stuff. I was wrong, but in a good way.
Yeah.
So
they're going to have that and continue on with whatever that project is going to turn out being. Since since is no longer Pony, but still, has some interaction with Lauren Faust. So,
yeah, their turret designs are kind of cool. There's like a deer thing, a llama, and it's like a buffalo or cow or something. And I'm like, yeah,
AJ
Pony. Pinky llama. That sounds great.
So, as long as it has some sort of like really weird floppish animation, I'm totally for it. Like just moves along and just the entire front half just flops back and forth. Be great. Okay, so moving on, what is this? Seems like a lot's happening over on the Japanese front.
Yeah, Japan has gotten the pony fever a little bit late. Geez, Japan, get it together. So they have announced, Anime News Network has announced the Japanese dub of Friendship is Magic, Tomodachi wa Mahu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and if I'm pronouncing it wrong, people will tell me. They're having a companion manga series the artist has not been announced yet. But they are putting out in the, a kids manga serial. But it's coming out here very soon. And the Japanese dub premieres next Tuesday at TV Tokyo at 7:30 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. Eastern, if you can somehow get TV Tokyo. So if there's any intrepid streamers from Japan, I'm sure that they'll live stream the Japanese dub, and everyone will be like, "Oh man, I liked it so much better in the original English."
Or the worst thing would be people would be like, "Ah, God, I hate this English dub."
Yeah. So that.
I can't wait
It'll be really interesting to see what sort of craziness comes out of Japan that's pony related. I've jokingly poked at a couple friends that, ponies is anime now, and he's like, ponies will never be anime.
I wait, as I said, I wait for the day when we get the fan sub of the Japanese dub of the original show. So we can get horrific translations of of My Little Pony. That would just be great.
Yeah. So close to the original language too.
I know. Just to mess with everyone.
Yep.
So speaking on a comic front, MLP FIM comic number 5
came out. Yes, indeed.
Yes, it does. I have it right here on my nice little Android device.
I have my physical.
Why are you trying to put mustaches on Rarity, Starry?
Yes. That was the cover that I got, AC. The Rarity is missing. Gasp.
Gasp cover.
Yeah, what's going on? But yeah, it's a new arc, a new villain. Rarity is abducted by swooshy things.
Well, and there's definitely... I mean, again, we're talking about like crazy Max Dark in some of this.
Mm-hmm. You are trying very hard there, Starry.
She is. She's
mustache.
Trying really, really hard. Friendship as mustaches. Go ahead.
I picked up my physical here the other day, and it was good. I liked it. And it had Celestia and Luna, and there's a new plot afoot.
Yep. It seems like what we're going to get is a little bit more detail about what probably happened to Luna 1,000 years ago. That's where it seems like this is going.
The nightmare is a separate entity. Gasp.
Yes.
But as for the mustache thing, Starry is messing about with XSplit on the stream and has inserted a tiny mustache GIF. And she's been moving it around to make it look like Apple Cider has a very dapper stash.
And why would you not?
Yes.
So you would have to look at the video, which hopefully is either on our YouTube or our Justin TV page, by the way.
We need to make sure we get doing that again.
We keep doing that, yeah.
Yes.
You could do it too. Just saying.
Okay. Don't know how, but I'll figure it out.
We can figure it out. It's not a big deal. Anyway, it's pretty good. I am curious where this is going. The visual style is not as crisp as I would say as the first four, but maybe that's just because I've gotten so used to the kind of style on the first one. I think it's still far and above better than
the Twilight Mini.
Than the Twilight Mini, definitely. Maybe. Well, I wouldn't want to say anything. The only thing I will say is that sometimes it's oddly inconsistent. The dead-on faces are usually really good. Some of the side shots are a little odd. That's all I will say pertaining to the art. And the story, I'm just curious where it's going to go. It's a lot of setup at this time, and it definitely ends in a big cliffhanger on a palace
on the moon.
Oh, I didn't want to give it away, but it's a palace on the moon.
Oh my gosh. Whooshy things. They're being scary.
Yep. Big. Yes, they actually call them whooshy things.
Yes.
And then the preview for the next comic I'll put up there. Walking a tightrope to the moon. Luna. Yes, and there's a lot of Luna in here.
It's magic. They don't gotta explain anything.
So it's pretty good. As I said, I'm constantly thinking that the comics are absolutely stellar, and they're making it really, really easy to not. The summer looks like it's going to be a lot easier than the ones in the past, especially if we're going to be waiting until winter to get the show again. So, yeah. Sure, Starry. Winter wrap-ups. So yeah, that is the comic. Go check it out. Pick it up on a go to your local comic book shop, grab it, or Comixology. That's the way I get it. I'm sure iTunes has it as well.
Yep.
Speaking of, I don't know. I don't know this transition. There's something coming up tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. That would be Double Rainbow finally sees its release.
Double, yeah.
About 6 months after it was supposed to. But that's okay. It finally has seen its release. I would assume that the guy who was doing it for his senior animation project did pretty good. And
I think it's actually coming out tonight.
Yeah, it comes out tonight. Mm-hmm. So tonight being Saturday, March 30, 2013, they're going to be streaming it on EFN, and it'll probably hit YouTube pretty soon thereafter. It'll be interesting to see how it is received and the final result. I mean, because after all, it's a full 22-minute long pony episode, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about that long. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you guys have actually seen it already?
I'm playing a part in it.
Oh, so you had to.
And several of the animators in SFS are actually are also on Double Rainbow as well.
Oh, all right. Insider information.
Yes, but I can't tell you anything.
I know, that's the bad part.
I can't even tell you who I'm playing. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's secret.
Can we start guessing? Do you play
You can guess, but I promise you won't
not
get
gonna
it.
find
Do you play Snowdrop?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. Dag. It's my only shot. That's all I had.
Sorry.
The one salvo I had.
Well, you'll find out tonight.
Okay.
Indeed.
Excellent.
So, moving forward, we do have some merch stuff. Card stuff, Build-A-Bear and Mrs. Cake being found on Taobao. Ultra Pro Collectibles will be making some card accessories for your cards. Speaking of cards and cards accessories for your My Little Pony Collectible Series number 2. I really kind of hope that they make some Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering standard size, so you can really annoy your people at your local game shop, being like, yeah, check it out, I've got rarity protectors. So that'll be interesting when that comes out. Build-A-Bear is coming out with the official Build-A-Bear Dash and Pinky. Their faces look a little bit goony, but they are out and about, and they have horse clothes, because that is always important.
Yeah, they're gala
Rainbow Dash dresses in style.
Max style. Interesting hair on the Dash, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like just the doll hair. But they have the rainbow mane. I just... personally cannot imagine going in to purchase one of those.
And not feeling very uncomfortable.
Just oceans of spaghetti would drown everybody in the store.
I'm buying
it
this.
It is maximum awkward.
I'm buying this for my niece.
Yes.
Nephew. Child person.
Niece you. Yes.
I have a child thing I'm buying this for.
But asking questions, God.
What kind of stuffing do you want? All of it. I don't know. Just give me the blue horse. So yeah, there may be a couple cons though that have Build-A-Bear send out reps to, and they have that for sale possibly. Ooh,
maybe
that could be cool. What if they actually had like? I've never been in a Build-A-Bear because that gets to too creepy of a territory. But I've always found it like really interesting. They have that big fluff machine in the back. Be cool if they had like a portable fluff machine just so you could watch that go. Just be like, it's like a lava lamp.
It's putting fluff inside the plush. Don't overfill it.
It's being filled in the back. It's getting nice and soft. That came out really weird.
Super professional there, AC.
Max Pro 100%.
Moving on.
Please.
That they're out and they're not cheap, but you know, they're a lot less expensive than say a custom plush.
How much are they going for?
I think they're like $35. I saw somewhere that had a price list, but I don't have it handy.
It's like $24. It's $24 for like a basic build, and then you can also pay $6 for like a voice box in it.
And like the
hair extensions. You can get hair extensions.
Oh yeah,
it could be anywhere between like $25 and $40.
That's not too bad at all. But then the whole process, you actually have to go into a Build-A-Bear store and purchase one.
I heard some people are actually planning on going to Build-A-Bear in costume.
Oh, man.
And buying their pony plushie.
This is not going to end well.
No, it's not. And one of my friends works at a Build-A-Bear. I have warned my friend that works at a Build-A-Bear. I'm like, just you wait.
I just imagine somebody just at the counter there going like, I don't understand why you don't have an Applejack plush. She has the best gala dress of all 6 of them. I wish to be your manager. Sir, 1, we can't control it.
This will only end in tears.
And 2, Twilight had the superior costume.
At least the clothes are nice.
Clothes are okay.
There's clothes horse for your horse.
Clothes horse for horse clothes.
Yes, because that's very important. Moving on, this is all put together by TechFac of DHN. We talked to her last week, and she continues to put forth very good, concise pony merch news. They found a Mrs. Cake on Teobeo, complete with a new head design and sort of like the puffy cheeks, so she has a little bit fatter face, it looks like. And she has the Cakes cutie mark, so who knows? There may be a Mrs. and Mrs. Cakes and the Cake Twins set coming up. Who knows?
If they did, I can't. I mean, the change on this, definitely more puffy cheeks and a little bit fuller. I don't see a Mr. Cake just because of his proportions, at least being anywhere close to how he actually looks.
Mm-hmm.
He is one lanky pony. Yeah, but that looks good. I still would love a bonbon.
Yep. To go with the Lyra. So last, but of course not least, Bronies for Good is announcing Seeds of Kindness 3, Beautiful Heart. They are calling for prize donations. They'll be doing convention appearances. They have stuff lined up from here to... wow. They are going to a bunch of cons. Equestria LA, Phone 3 Con, Fiesta Equestria, Every Northwest, Sweet Apple Acres, BronyCon, Galacon, Sac BronyCon, and TrotCon. And they maybe end up coming to Harmonize Dallas once you need to talk with them.
So let's see. In the past, they did the $90,000 for charity projects to Uganda, Burundi, and Tanzania. Let's see. Proceeds are going back to the Your Siblings charity, and they have a FAQ, it looks like, written up for that. And there is a prize contest for donation. So let's see. Two abilities to craft ornate objects, whether pony crafts, customs, official toys, or commissions. Anything that may serve as a prize is accepted and appreciated and will help in our customary prize contests. And I have a listing here for the broniesforgood@gmail.com account, and link is always in the show notes.
Yep. All right, and last but not least, we're going to go through convention news pretty quick. BronyCon, a Canadian Brony convention, has announced its venue and date. They are going to be at the Executive Airport Plaza Hotel and Conference Center in Richmond, British Columbia, August 24th and 25th. And so far, they don't have any guests announced. But it's in Canada, so hey, if you're in Canada, you could probably go to a PonyCon. Congratulations.
Yeah. And it is close to, it is in the, around
British Columbia.
Yeah, well, British Columbia, but specifically it's around in kind of the Vancouver-ish area. So it's not impossible that there could be some bleed over, be it official or unofficial.
Yep. Shining Armor, Andrew Francis, is going to be at Everfree Northwest this year.
He's a good guy.
They're July 5th through 7th. And it is looking increasingly likely that I'll probably end up going to Everfree Northwest this year.
Ooh, will you?
Well, my alternative plans have been canceled. So if I go to a con at that weekend, it'll be that one. So
maybe, I might have to look at it.
Yeah. We'll have to look at it. Maybe, we'll see about going.
Yeah, we always say that, and then plans always change.
Yeah.
Was throwing his wife him just being heroic, or was he actually crazy? You can find out at Everfree Northwest.
Just possibly.
Why not both?
Yeah, he's like, this sounds like a plan, right?
Sure. Pick up my tired girlfriend and toss her through the sky. She's got wings, right? I mean, she's only been fatigued for like 3 weeks keeping magic up. She can. Oh no! Oh.
He's a glider now. Well, Equestria LA, which is very soon, May 10th through 12th, 2013. They are like 6 weeks out at this point. They've announced that Yerby Brony will be joining for concert. Since he's based out of California, it's not too far away for him to go. No, so that will be cool.
Well, North Bay to South Bay, but yeah, it's about a 6 to 8 hour drive, depending on LA traffic.
Yeah, but that's still not too awful.
Yeah.
So they'll have some music. That's cool. That con is shaping up to be pretty good. Y'all should totally go.
And speaking about cons needing to shape up.
Candlelight Gardens. They tried to resurrect that. They're doing a Kickstarter, so if you're listening to this live and wish to contribute to Candlelight Gardens in Ohio, you can certainly do that. By the time you listen to this on Wednesday, it'll be too late. They are currently at $5,000 of $20,000 with 52 hours to go. Not saying nothing. Nothing.
It's not like Sandy has ever been wrong about Kickstarters before.
Hey, all I'm saying is that their Kickstarters in the last couple days, that's it. Nope, nothing else. So yeah, there we go. That's it for the news this week. Nightmare Nights Dallas continues to plot and plan. We have
scheming.
We've added Sophie Cabra to our guest list. I think I mentioned that before. I need to send out a PR release on that. And we are talking to a number of people and have gotten the okays from DHX for a couple of their people, but we don't have contracts out, so we're not announcing it yet.
Oh.
So I will I will announce those when I have contracts signed.
All right, sounds good.
So let's move on to topic time. We have with us Silly Philly Studios, or at least two of the people from there, Zedrin and Meredith from the animation Snowdrop. So
and you are too. How many more individuals contribute to Silly Philly in addition to yourself?
Oh gosh,
I think it's around 30 people now.
Oh,
yeah, I think we have 30 people on the team.
About half of our staff is actually voice actors. Then about a third of it is artists and animators. Actually, a third of it is artists. Then the remaining is divided between animators and writers.
And music.
Yeah, and musicians.
Mm-hmm. And so, and are you two the main leads, or I know, obviously I know, just Meredith, I can pick out Snowdrop out of your voice just the moment you started talking.
Oh, well, I normally do Fluttershy for the team. I was one of the leads on Snowdrop because I was the one who wrote the script. So
Okay.
Kind of what we do is if people have ideas, we all put them in a big idea pot, and whoever's idea goes forward, they're kind of one of the leads of the project.
Okay. All right. So cool. So the animation came out, what was it, sometime around, was it the beginning of this week? No, it was last week.
It was
about a week ago.
It was on spring solstice.
And that came out, and if you haven't seen it yet, Sandy did link that as his one cool thing for last week, and definitely we can add a link inside of here. But just, we're talking around about 15 minutes, 14, 15, and full voice acting, great animation. The music inside of there was fantastic. So all that is great. So you guys have been working, and how long was this particular project to generate from, the original concept to actually making it an animation?
Oh, goodness.
We started actually putting work into this back in September. The script, Meredith had made the first draft sometime in May or June last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been working on the project itself, however, and actually went on to tackle it in about a 6-month time period.
Mm-hmm.
We had a trailer that actually premiered at Candlelight Curtains last year during October, so that was kind of when we first announced it, and then between that time and March was when we finally finished it.
Okay. And so if we're adding that, if we're going, okay, July, August, September, October, November, December, around about 10 months to actually go from the inkling of the idea to actually publishing out the project.
Yeah, about that.
Okay.
However, the concept phase, when it's in the pre-concept phase, there's really not a lot of work going on to it, so I don't know how much you can count for that.
Right.
You're still kind of an immature idea.
Yeah, you're mainly at that point drumming up resources and trying to push things along for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see. So you've got everything out there. What would you say? I mean, you had the concept, you had all the different pieces that came in. What was the most challenging piece of actually getting the project up and running? Was it just getting some animators to actually put all the pieces together, or was it the storyboarding and figuring out how you wanted everything to flow?
Well, I think there were challenges in everything, but I think as for what the hardest part of the project or any project is, it's always the animation.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zed can speak on that.
Yeah, one thing about having many animators, and this is part of the reason why I think DR has also seen so many delays as well. The more animators you have, the harder it is to manage people. And I guess one thing that we kind of did wrong is we didn't kind of keep in contact with our animators as much. So what wound up happening was one of the scenes was the animator who was working on that scene, he kept saying he was going fine, etc. Kept reassuring me that he'd meet his deadlines, yet he refused to show me any work in progress shots. And so when I finally got it, it was there's a lot of mistakes that were made. There's a lot of things that I need to redo. So over spring break, for instance, for me, I had to spend 5 days in a row working from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. And I did this for 5 days in a row just to get all the errors fixed out.
Just to clean up that particular shot.
Not just a single shot, it was an entire scene.
Oh, okay.
I mean, at least DR, they have the advantage of everything being an individual shot, so it's easier to go back and fix things. Since we did it by scene breakdown and scene break apart, it was a little bit more tricky.
So, and what were the scenes like? What did the particular scenes entail? Were these the full? What was this pretty much this full okay, well, here's the school scene, here's the out in the cloud scene, here's the at the celebration scene. Were they that big, or were they smaller chunks?
That's about right.
Okay.
Each scene was basically one setting, really.
Okay. So it's just a setting spot of just like, okay, well, you got this one, you got this one. So what was the methods that you had to ensure that each of the actual scenes were cohesive and didn't have, I mean, everybody's keeping to a similar template, obviously, but there's going to be nuances between each animator of how they make a scene work, where it'd be like, well, this one doesn't feel as similar as this one.
Well, the way we divided it up, obviously animatics and storyboards did come into play there. I kind of wish that I had spent more time on them. We had a storyboard artist who he didn't really finish his storyboards per se.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't.
You didn't really read the script.
So I had to go back and redo a lot of those as fast as I could so that way we could get started on animating. But honestly, when it came down to it, the two people who actually did animate scenes outright, like without having to go back and make many changes, were just me and Jade. Mm-hmm. I wound up basically doing 4 of the scenes entirely by myself out of 6 scenes total. Jade did the initial scene, and then me and Jade and Danny all worked on the scene with the celebration and stuff. And then we also had another animator who would basically just do random background shots as well, and did a lot of the action and movement that went on in the background.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of crazy crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was.
And did you guys have like the time frame that did you have? I know that, as we kind of mentioned earlier, Double Rainboom had their time frame of trying to hit like early in the year, and that ended up passing. Was there a time frame you guys were aiming for, and did you kind of get close to it, or?
Well, we were wanting to get it out in December, and then school happened for everybody.
Yeah.
Because we're all still in school. So from then on, we thought maybe we could get it done by February. We kept working. Delays kept happening. So finally, we decided that if we were going to get it out this year, we wanted it to be on the spring solstice, which, thank goodness, was late in March and not early in March. And that way it would kind of coincide with the whole spring sunrise portion in the script.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, thank goodness we had spring breaks. Everybody had spring breaks, so we could all work on it. And we just barely made that.
A rigorous spring break. Everyone else is heading out to hit the beach, or everything. Yeah, I got this pony animation I need to crank through.
Pretty much, yes.
Get to spend my week just sitting here trying to make Luna look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we all kept trying.
So how? Or go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Well, so how has been the reception overall for the animation? Obviously, this has been a love effort for you guys as well as several others to go ahead and make this. So how have you felt the reception's been? Starry actually has someone looks like that they've actually made a Snowdrop plush that got put out. Let's see, she can drop that into the stream there.
Yeah, we've gotten 2 plushies so far, and I know there's more on the way, and fan art everywhere. I'm kind of overwhelmed by how positive the reception has been. There has been very little negative reception.
Even then, a lot of the critique and negative reception that we have received, it hasn't really been technical. It's honestly has come across as more of a preference. I wouldn't mind actually personally receiving a little more technical feedback, especially like in regards to the animation. Like, I'm curious to see what people think of like the lighting effects that we did, stuff like that. But nobody ever comments on that.
Well, the 2 most interesting pieces of critique that we've gotten, and they aren't even really critique as much as questions. People keep asking us if Snowdrop is blind, and people keep asking us if Snowdrop died.
Whoa, huh?
It's like, well, yes.
And I thought we had made that pretty clear, and then some people ask how she died, and I don't really know why that's important, but
it's one of those, did you even watch the short?
Pretty much.
It's all right, because most people have really, I mean, just the fact that we've...
Somebody was going around on the YouTube comments and saying, like, no, Snowdrop definitely did not die of natural causes. You, and then she was like cursing people out and was saying that she died of cancer or something. It's like, no.
Somebody said that she fell off a cloud, And apparently she didn't know how to fly, even though we show her flying in it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just been interesting. But the fact that we've touched so many people with it, I mean, we've gotten comments from people who were bullied. We've gotten comments from people who are legally blind. We've gotten comments from people whose family members or friends are disabled or blind and how much it's affected them. Somebody is going to make an audio track to go along with the dialogue so that blind people can like listen to it and know the story. And I can't believe how amazing it's all been.
But legally blind mean people who do have sight and like limited sight.
Yeah, people who could still watch it and respond to us, but I mean their sight was limited enough that they even got bullied for that, which I couldn't believe when we made the students in the class as mean to Snowdrop as they did. It was kind of me thinking back to medieval times when it was supposed to be kind of taking place where people would get shunned for that sort of thing. So I mean I'm just glad that we made people feel good. I don't know.
Oh, it's good on that. That said, I was I know that that Chef Hat was he really loves the animation. I think it looks and everything is gorgeous on that. I think at least, and it took a little bit of thinking for myself. I was like, well, you know, the story wasn't my particular type of story. It was kind of similar to what you were saying earlier, kind of a preference thing there, Zedran. And I was like, you know, but the animation, everyththing else about it, I think is absolutely stellar. And I think you guys did a fantastic job on it.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Everybody said, I have no heart. No, I have a heart. It's a preference thing.
I mean, no, some people just don't like sad stories. And it wasn't supposed to be sad when I wrote it. It was supposed to be more inspirational. But people are taking it as very sad, which
It was super sad.
Yeah. So I'm just like, she led a happy life. She got her cutie mark and she made friends with people. And
Everybody likes her. You know,
people like her now.
Yeah.
And Luna was sad. You made Luna sad.
Why you make Luna sad?
What's funny is her original, you know how at the very end she kind of sounds a little choked up when she says her last goodbye? That was not the original last line. And she actually sounded a lot more composed. And then we rewrote it.
Was her last line YOLO?
No, her last line. Oh, what was it? Thank you. It was a lot shorter. I think it was, thank you, my friend. Thank you for granting winter its wish. But we couldn't get it to sound and time out right with the animation, so we lengthened it a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and also on the note of something a little more interesting with Luna, this is just like getting a little bit of hype for future projects. We have one project that we're going to be working on that's going to be called Fall of the Crystal Empire. The only reason I'm commenting on this right now is just because somebody commented in the comments. But yes, there will be basically badass Luna.
No.
So
very good.
It's going to be our big new action thing.
Okay. And you guys are you guys already in the pre-production phase on that? What particular phase are you on that? And I guess a follow-up question to that, are you looking for anything at this time for that project?
Well, we're kind of working on two projects at the moment. The next one we're actually going to have out is going to be called Donut Steel. I'll leave that to your imagination.
Oh, God.
And then there's also Fall of the Crystal Empire, which we don't exactly have anybody who we're looking for specifically on either of those. However, we may be looking for a storyboard artist in due time, just because, honestly, I know there's a lot of artists in the fandom, and I'm even an artist myself. However, a lot of people who want to get into animation with art, the best thing to do is actually go into storyboarding. People really underestimate the value of storyboards, and also they really kind of, like, they want to get into animation, and they say they're an artist, yet they don't want to wind up doing storyboards. Storyboards are really in huge demand among animation groups. There are very few storyboard artists out there.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you know, all of our favorite Sibsy, she is definitely a storyboard artist for the show, and we adore her for that. You know, that was just great for the interview a while back, is asking like, so who are the unsung heroes of the animation industry? And she's like, us.
Storyboard artists, yeah.
It's honestly true, because I mean, storyboard artists and animatic creators, they're those are really integral because if you have a single animator who knows what he's doing, you don't need those as much because he can kind of just go off of what's in his head. But if you want to tell other animators what they need to do in terms of the shots and stuff, good storyboards and good animatics allow you to just give it to them and they can just go at it.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they don't have to follow through.
And actually, here's a potentially a relevant question. Some Brony Jr. is actually asking, what does it take to be a good storyboarder?
A good storyboard artist, it's not necessarily that you have to be a good artist per se. You have to be a decent artist, granted. But you need to have a good grasp of composition and layout. Like, for storyboard artists, it's a lot like comic artists, where you have basically a set of panels and all of them are the only difference between storyboarding and comic artists is that all your panels are the same for storyboards. And you kind of have to think more about what the camera looks like. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, it's really similar to comic drawing.
Okay.
It's just a lot faster.
All right, well, excellent. And if somebody was interested to actually, if they were going to storyboard, or if you guys did have any openings, first off, where would they be able to apply? And second off, if you did need anything, where would they be able to see those requests?
The best place to look would probably be on our Tumblr or on my DeviantArt.
Or Facebook. We'll probably put it up there too. Facebook,
we also have Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. And then, of course, and let's not forget, you guys do have a Snowdrop, but you also did have your other animations out there. There was definitely a very high-ranking Luna animation last I saw. Let's see.
Daylight's End.
Yes.
That one was all by me.
All 100%?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, except for the music, I didn't write the songs, but...
And we had Twilight the Unicorn, and I wrote the adaptation for that. And what else do we have? Luna's Cutie Mark, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes. That one was out there. Definitely.
That was our first one.
Let's see. I'm actually pulling up all of your information right now. Yeah, Luna's Cutie Mark far and away has run away on it. 1,298,000 views from 9 months ago. So,
mm-hmm.
Wow.
That was our very first one. And then we have Twilight the Unicorn.
How's that feel now that Twilight the...
That was amazing. Oh, God. I love doing that voice for that part. Luckily, we'll be doing number 2. So...
All right, excellent on that. And as said, you can go ahead and check that. And actually, if you type in Silly Philly Studios, you can actually get straight to the YouTube, and you actually have a link to the Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, the website over at sillyphillystudios.com, and also a donate ? Little link there as well. And as said, all the looks like a big list of all the channel users, including Zedrin. I have no idea. That's the actual name. And anyone else that is actually working on the project. Is there anything else you guys want to bring up? I know Zedrin, you gotta scoot out of here in just a moment.
I don't think there's anything.
Okay.
I can't think of any. Well, we're going to be at BronyCon, so if people want to come see us at BronyCon, we're going to have a panel.
Ooh.
We're going to have our own panel. We're going to be doing it with a Brony State, but it's going to basically be kind of like an interview. Might be able to showcase a little animation. A few of us are also going to be at Everfree Northwest, but we're not going to be a part of any panels or anything. But if you see us, just keep an eye out for us there and stuff.
Okay, excellent. So go ahead and check those out. Go check out Snowdrop yourself and see if you go check it out. It is definitely the new hot, excellent animation out there. And as I said, the quality of it is fantastic. And if you like, sad story and or inspirational story, go check it out. Sad Phillies in Snow. It is.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move this forward. We have a fake episode discussion. You want to go ahead and bring this one up, Sandy?
Yes, this episode was very interesting. Season 6, episode 52. Up a tree. Rainbow Dash and Applejack's game of catch goes awry when their throwing disc is lodged in a large tree at the edge of the Everfree Forest. Dash decides to fetch it herself, but inadvertently gets captured by the residents of the tree, who repeatedly utter their mantra. In the tree, part of the tree.
Let's see how many people get that reference.
I get it.
And Applejack deciding to buck down the tree to make it part of the forest. It's, So it's good that, they've reestablished that conflict and that Rainbow Dash did have she did apologize for being a massive jerk and getting everything ruined forever.
I'll be interested to see how many people went Adventure Time.
Yes, actually, a couple people in the comments have already said that.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that during the hiatus, I'm like, I gotta find a synopsis and I'll ponify it.
Pretty much.
And yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
I guess I need to be more creative. Next time, it's going to be like series, the Fifth Doctor adventure or something.
It's gonna be Are You My Mommy, Rubber Mask, craziness.
I actually looked for a small synopsis of that, but they were all so very long.
What's a very long, crazy episode?
A meteor comes to Ponyville and starts converting all the
people to vinyl scratches.
Oh no! Vinyl Scratch is also missing this episode for a very particular reason.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move forward. It's email time, and Zindra, whenever you need to run out, you definitely can go ahead and do this.
And so he did. So adios, Zindra.
Yeah, he had to go.
No problem. All right. So excellent. We have the three of us, and we have a host of emails. You guys have been extra generous, so we actually have a backlog at this point.
Oh, man. We have so many emails.
Yeah. Thank you all. You can always email across to us at bronyville@gmail.com. I will start first. Sandy will be second. And Meredith, if you wouldn't mind to get thirdsies on these emails, we can go ahead and crank through them.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll highlight yours. Don't worry too much.
Okay.
We'll tell you which ones. Okay.
All right.
Let's start here. Dear everyone, yay ponies! Sincerely, Light Show. P.S. I heard you like letters short and sweet, so for getting read on the air, was this short and sweet enough for you? Good. I hope so. Since I have your attention anyway, I have a couple short things to address. First off, I enjoyed those times when you guys would break down some of Hasbro's financial reports and show the MLP FIM line specifically was doing. Is there a chance, Chef, move your cursor, is there a chance at other future stories like this? Not every week, of course, but like a quarterly report would be plenty. Second, I would like to shout out to Desert Nocturne, who wrote in on episode 98. I'm also a trucker, and there are a few others I've found already, and I'm sure there are a fair number lurking out there. If you don't mind a plug, I run a group on Facebook called 18 Wheels and a Tail. It was mainly started for truckers in the furry fandom, but a number also overlap with Brony. People like Desert Nocturne would be more than welcome in our little but growing group. The link to the Facebook group is given in the email. PPS, I'm not signing off again, as I've already taken care of that earlier.
Okie dokie.
The financials. We actually... When's the next time
they're actually doing their next financials, I think April... Well, they're doing it in April, first quarter.
Yeah, quarters.
And that'll cover like Christmas and whatnot. So we'll actually have some financials from them here in the next few weeks.
My guess is they'll be good.
Yeah, it's like, over Christmas and Easter, people bought a lot of toys. Holy crap. One thing that'll be interesting is I really want to see how much their licensing income has increased year over year. Because 2 years ago, they had, I think, a total of $625,000 or something super incredibly minuscule for the for the ponies. And then the next year was like $8 million.
Oh.
Which is an increase of 11 %. And then this year, as they have expanded Pony into every crevice of the internet, it'll be interesting to see just how much their licensing has grown.
It would be like that part of Frog Fractions where it just says like a billion.
Yeah. So we'll have that pretty soon. But they release it to their shareholders first, and then the spy satellite gets a hold of it. I share it with you.
Forwards it along. All right, Sandy, sir, you got a longer one.
I can handle it. Good day, sirs of Broadcasting Excellent and Starry plus guest. Little Kitten told me you may not have been receiving the email content you have desired in recent weeks, but now that I have things on the go, I feel I'm ready to contact you about a few happenings that may interest you. Feel free to have you/your guest share reading this and cover the number of topics I've been saving, or pick and choose. Did you know that FemFiction is/has become a more visited site than Equestria Daily? According to webstatsdomain.com, as of 32413, Equestria Daily is ranked the 23,543rd most popular site in the world, making it the most popular site tagged pony. FimFiction is second, ranked 29,586 worldwide, and the second most popular site worldwide with the tag fanfiction. It is only behind Archive of Our Own, which has 11,591 fandoms and is ranked 6,298. Alexa.com actually ranks FimFiction higher than Equestria Daily by about 1,000. But with the most recent season over, EQD will likely see its normal drop in views to a few million a month, similar to the first two ponyless periods of Peril, whereas FimFiction will not be as negatively impacted and may even see a bump as unsatiated fans seek safety and solitude in the sequacious sanctum of fantasy. You needed a couple more S's in there. So here's my question. Given the popularity of fanfiction and this fantastic and fanatic fandom, do you find it strange that fanfiction often takes a back burner at conventions? Even Brony documentaries, fan-made and otherwise, seems to hardly mention fanfiction. That is actually a very good question. One thing that a lot of cons have to deal with, and this is speaking as a conventioneer, when it comes to the cons, fan fiction with show guests is pretty much verboten. The reason being, first of all, any fan fiction would have to be screened very heavily. And writers can't read fan fiction, can't see, hear, discuss, because God forbid somebody claim, oh no, you stole my story idea from my fan fiction that I posted where Celestia and Luna destroy the world of Namek and fight Goku,
All of a sudden there's an episode where, there's a Pip-Boy and someone goes, oh
no, suddenly followed Equestria's canon. That would be terrible.
Oh dear.
So when at a purely fan event, fan fiction would be perfectly fine. But when it comes to like the major cons, there's a lot of concerns with fan fiction that have to be addressed. And that's a Hasbro thing. That's a writer thing. It's a very, very sticky subject. And it's just pretty much omitted because of that. It's a lot easier to just not do something than to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed on a fan fiction panel.
Mm-hmm. As an aside, I actually pulled up the Alexa ratings, and it looks like FimFiction and Equestria Daily are pretty much neck and neck. As I look at this, I did a 1 month, and at this time, actually Equestria Daily is above FimFiction. There was a period around looks like March 15th to maybe 19th where FimFiction was ahead, but then Equestria Daily looks like they spiked probably back on Friday. But I mean, it's been if you look at it, it's actually really interesting. During the season, Equestria Daily was just these massive ticks of traffic, and FimFiction was pretty steady, but it looks like since the summer it started to start to decrease.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's nature of the beast when there's no news going on, as even a lot of our news is not very newsy. There's not a lot going on in the community. Everybody's working on the projects. We have things like Snowdrop coming out. We have all this other stuff going on, but it's not the official big show news that everyone's clamoring for. It's all right, these conventions are happening, this stuff's going on, projects that not everybody's as interested in.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will note about this is that FimFiction obviously gets more page views because there's more pages to look at.
Yes, that's true.
So,
gotta read all the stories.
Oh, this one just updated.
There was a really cute Lyran Bonbon one called something about candy. It was posted on Equestria Daily. I gotta find it because I really liked it.
I will say that just FimFiction is a with the new updates and everything like that. That's such a fantastic site.
Mm-hmm. Nighty and his crew have done a heck of a job.
That is probably, if I have to take a guess, probably the best fan fiction site for anything, even general fan fiction site that's probably out there at this time.
Let's see.
Hyperbole.
The story is called For Candy. Author Bob Bob from Bottles.
Bob.
And it's Lyra being the quirky background pony that she is, and Bon Bon dealing with her shenanigans.
Yeah, sounds like us.
Yep. And it's only one chapter in, though. Maybe 3,400 words. So give it a read, and I hope the guy updates it. In fact, I'm going to add favorites so that I will get updates when it comes
this sounds like a fanfic review. We can't do this again.
Oh, no. We're talking fan fiction, AC.
Quick, go to the second question.
They're never going to accept us. We're always going to be the loose cannon outsiders.
This is why we can't be on bigger networks.
Oh, no. Partially for the reasons above, I've taken on a pet project. I plan on working with the fanfiction community to release a Brony fanfiction-focused documentary this summer.
Ooh.
Namely, it takes time to delve into the topic of fanfiction for the experience to be at all satisfying. So I would be very appreciating if you could pimp my doc at its FemFiction group.
Ooh.
And the link is in the show notes. Femfiction.net, fanfiction documentary, just that there's a longer URL. You have to come to the doc and click on it. It's a completely free documentary that we hope will have around 8 subjects with varying repertoires. We should be able to do this without any funding, but sadly my name is, for all intents and purposes, unknown. I'd be very appreciative if your dulcet tones could serenade the masses for my non-nefarious purposes. So here's my second question. What would each of you, including Starry, like to see in a fan fiction documentary? It can be any person, place, thing, or even a stylistic choice. And of course, if any of your fans have questions, they are more than welcome to message me on FemFiction, contribute to the group, or in the group, and I will respond to the best of my ability. I would say focus on the main subtypes of fan fiction. You know, you've got your adventure and your dark and your horror and your shipping and all that fun stuff, and comedy. Make sure that you have a varied point of view on it, because there are fan fiction crosses all the genres. Pony all the things has been a mantra for a very long time. So make sure that you have a balanced point of view and don't exclude. I would say maybe not so much the grim dark.
Well, but there's some
not so much the glue fix.
Yeah, maybe not as much, but I think they do have a point to them, as long as it's just like, there's these things.
They're a thing that exists.
I would say, as much as I would be with that, the Fallout Equestria type is, that's something that has to be covered just because of how big that's become. And then there's definitely ones that have had significant momentum, like My Little Dashie, Past Sins, etc., that probably warrant a little bit of discussion as well.
Life and Times of Winning Pony.
You love that fic.
I do. And it's still going. Holy crap.
Blood of an Adonis or something. I don't know. Adonis. All right, move on. Number 3.
Yes. So, Levi, this email has already gone too long and must be cut short. But I have one last thing to squeeze in. I ordered several copies of the Past Sins book. I'd be able to get them signed this summer to Every Northwest. In celebration of your 100th excellent episode, I would like to donate a signed copy to you to ransom off for fun and preferably cover a mic or something. I don't know. I'll be double-checking Pinstrokes confirmation in the next few days and will follow up, but I want to let you know before episode 100. That would be pretty cool if you would be willing to do so. We will, our episode 100 extravaganza, 12-hour Bronyville Armageddon.
Yeah, we need to talk about that probably after.
Actually not guaranteed to be 12 hours, but probably pretty darn long.
Pretty close. Yeah, we can talk about that after the email to go a little bit more detailed.
Yup.
But yeah, okay, let's go ahead. Meredith, if you would get the highlighted block I just put there.
Alrighty. The one that starts out with my dear Bronyvillians?
That would be it.
Yes.
Okay. My dear Bronyvillians, as always, you wonderful folks provide excellent entertainment for the midweek as I drive around during my job. You all rock. Woohoo! Now for the meat of this message. Formerly, M would, yay, out most curse words in post-production, save for the occasional damn or hell. Now, not so much. Why did he stop doing that? Not a reprimand on my part. I still love the show in its entirety. Just slightly concerned for those parents who listen to this show with their children. It seems to be a slightly less family-friendly place nowadays. As always, keep up the great work, and I look forward to hearing more from you all. Yours, Elizaris. I'm sorry.
Lazarus. I don't know.
Lazarus.
That works. I think M's just getting lazy. Or I think he's also deep in at schoolwork, and so he does does the editing for the show in his off time, and he's also a filthy human being, and I don't know.
Yeah, it is one of those things. You try to keep it clean because we do want to be able to reach the largest possible audience. Unfortunately, sometimes it's generally our guests that have filthy potty mouths. And that kind of goes to us not, I guess, being as firm as we ought to be when it comes to keep it clean, dang it, come on. And sometimes I get pretty grumpy and I may say things too, so I apologize.
True. I mean, we could. I'm more err on the side of just letting our guests speak the way they normally speak and not worry too much about, just taking care of that in post, because I don't know. I like somebody, if they get animated, that they can get animated. And M does all the stuff. We don't pay him. We toss him some love every once in a while. And he pretty much does everything pro bono. So if something sneaks in, and I know that they definitely have recently, I can poke them on it. But for the most part, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just we can see, it's just we can try and change that a little bit, but I miss the yays too. You do a very good yay, Meredith. You sound like a Fluttershy there.
Thank you. I love doing Fluttershy voice.
That was wonderful. People are insinuating I put that there on purpose for you. I actually didn't. That is 100%
I didn't know what I was
happenstance.
reading. I saw it in the sentence and I was like, oh, why not?
Yeah. It's Starry. She's the one that's tearing us down, AC.
Yeah, she is.
Telling you.
All these mustaches. Still a mustache in the chat right now. I can see it right there. Just hiding there on the stream. Okay, let's go ahead and hit this next one. Dear Chef Sandy, Apple Cider, and insert random guest here.
Hi.
As you might as well be aware after reading issue 5 of the MLP comic, Luna and the Mare 6 are going to have an adventure on the moon to save a certain pony.
Skip an email?
Huh? No.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
It's really tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How strange. Small emails.
From the pictures they have shown on the moon, it looks like a castle exists there. Does this technically make the Lunar Republic canon now? Also, do you think we will see references of Moonstuck in the comics, since IDW isn't afraid to reference fan works? Speed Dash, aka Fangs the Wolf. P.S. Is there going to be a vanilla TF2 server for the 100th episode? I would really enjoy that. I wouldn't count that out. I don't know if that means the Lunar Republic is real. I would say that it completely dispels all of the sad Luna sitting on moon for 1,000 years crying.
Yeah, when she was actually possessed by the nightmare, which was apparently a physical force that can possess ponies.
Oh, I'm so sad. I got put here on the moon. Oh, I'm just gonna sit around for 1,000 years. That's not long, is it?
Yeah. Man, we had such weird ideas back in the day, right?
Well, maybe she was sad on the moon too.
Yeah, but that came, when we were sad, demure pony became Princess Caps Lock.
Yeah, that changed everything.
Yep. And then the Fire Nation attacked.
Pretty much. I hated that movie. Let's
But
see.
the show is all right.
I don't know. All I saw
Show was good.
All I ever saw was the movie.
Oh, gosh.
Take the time to watch it.
Oh, my gosh. Watch the show.
I don't know. There's
Philistine.
just like a Fire Nation. Everybody red. Everybody's Indian. That's bad. It's weird.
No, they aren't really all Indian. It's not true.
I don't understand. It's why everybody like this so much. These kids can barely act.
No, the movie is awful.
Yes.
The series itself is fucking
Yes,
awful.
everyone.
Whoa, sorry.
Starry.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hey, honey, how you
You're
doing?
tearing us down, AC. You're tearing us down.
I'm sorry.
AC, fire her.
I was simply wanting to stir the hornet's nest. Congratulations, you all failed.
Yes. Moving on.
But to do that, maybe they'll do something like that. It's hard to say the writers for that one are. I'm not as certain who was writing that particular one. I would say it's not impossible, but who knows, really. Yep. It does. I will state that the place in the moon that was there does look a lot like the ruins. Woo. Open that.
What?
Oh no, just a lot of ruffling.
Sorry, plastic.
I see.
I was actually pulling out my copy of the comic,
Where
and
are you?
it's Neufer and Meberson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will state that the ruins at the end of the second episode of the show and the ruins on the moon look very similar. So probably Luna Castle that was out there before. Who knows? All right, Sandy, get the next one.
All right, I even highlighted for myself.
You did.
What would I? All right, dear Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, and Starry, and guest. I just want to say I found your podcast recently via a button on Derby Hoof's news sidebar, and I love it. A news and talk show about ponies. Episode 97 made me laugh a lot. Anyways, I just listened to episode 98 about toys and merchandise, and I agree about the rude bronies in the stores. I love collecting pony merch, and the rude bronies reminded me of last year. I was buying blind bag ponies, and oftentimes when I went to the store, most blind bags would be ripped open and have the figure missing. Makes me sad that someone stooped this low as someone myself tries to be honest when buying ponies. Also, I agree with the toys being for kids. When I look at or buy ponies during a weekday, so I don't usually see kids in the pony section. It's nice to collect, but if a girl wants a pony toy, let her have it. If she wants to buy with allowance or their parents want to treat them. You're only a kid once, so let them have fun playing with their pony adventures they might imagine up. The store will restock toys again anyway. If you can't get it the first time around because it was bought for a kid, don't worry and keep checking. It's bound to show up again. Just wanted to write, let you know my thoughts since being someone who loves pony merch. Thank you for reading in your time and the show. Snowy Shy. P.S. Fluttershy is cutest pony.
She's pretty
and
cute.
Yeah, the whole thing about why are these bags all sliced up, you jerks? I've had that happen myself. So
I will admit, if I go to a Toys R Us, like if I'm bored, I have mustaches on me again. I do feel really bad standing there in the Toys R Us aisle with my phone out going, okay, 006 was, no, I don't want that one. Number 12, okay, keep that one. Like it does feel kind of like a jerk thing to do, to be like, I'm taking all the good ones. That does feel
like I'm getting the ones that are awesome.
Oh, this one's gonna be a crystal one. May ensure no nasty children get their toys.
Yeah, of course you can do what I did and just buy a whole dang box.
But I don't.
You pay a little bit more for each one, but you get all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, perhaps. I've kind of stopped grabbing the blind bags because I think I've got everything that I would want out of them.
I've pretty much picked up all the blind bags that I'm going to pick up, unless like the next series. Like there's the next series, but they're like partially transparent. There's Flim and Flam, but they are partially see-through. Unacceptable. So I'll just pick up the sets when they come out.
Mm-hmm. Why they be that way? I don't know.
Give me my bug pone.
Oh, that is true. That's weird. Okay. All right. Let's see. Meredith, let's go ahead and highlight up. Chef has done it. If you could grab this one that is in green or orange or whatever color it appears on your screen.
I see. Okay. Dear Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, Starry Night, and most illustrious guests. Thank you. Now that the season is over and the long ponyless spring, summer, and autumn are upon us, we can once again begin the almost too much in-depth discussions. My question for you all, as I have decided to limit it to one this time, is this. Do you think that when the show ends, the CMC should get their cutie marks? At first I thought yes, but now I question myself. If they had their cutie marks, it would end the only ongoing path those characters were on. Would it be better left unfinished? I can't decide which would be a better way to leave it, because I would personally love to see them achieve their goals. But the little part of me believes it should be left alone, with some sort of enduring memory of them chasing their dream. It's probably some sort of artsy thing I don't exactly understand, but it's just a thought. What do you all think? Anyway, I love your show. Rainbow Dash is best pony, and AC can scoff all he wants. It's still true. Your faithful listener, Red Green.
Scoff so hard.
Harumph.
Oh, Cider.
You know, if we're following the idea that we've brought up a few times that the ending of this season was technically as if they were ending the show because they didn't know if they were getting renewed, then yes, they could do that, or they would do that. And I don't see any particular reason that we should feel that the CMCs have to get it. I mean, it'd be nice, but that's almost like the Twilight becoming an Alicorn thing. It's such a dramatic shift for characters. I think it's all something that we've all seen and wanted to happen for a while, but it is such a change for them that it would significantly mean that the next season or from then on, it would be like okay, so now what do we do with these characters? Do they all then go out, find new, blank flanks and bring them into a club to try and help them out? It becomes a lot more nebulous of what you do with those three if they're not just constantly striving to get their marks.
Mm-hmm.
I sold it.
Yep.
100%.
Well, it's like I saw a really neat picture. It's like the CMC is like teen ponies without cutie marks pushing Chrysalis up a hill trying to find the alpaca ponies.
Oh.
I'll try to see if I can't find it, but it was one of those. That's cute.
It's gonna take me that long to get my cutie mark?
Not
That's
bad.
ridiculous.
Not bad.
Yeah, there's.
I love Scoots.
Scoots is the best. Scoots is the best CMC.
I'm just awesome like that.
Oh, so good. All right, let's see. Let me go ahead and wrap this up with one last email. Dear Apple Cider Chef Sandy, Starry Night, and guests, I was reading the 4 IDW comics and noticed a mysterious pony wearing a suit in one of the panels of the first comic. I didn't think too much of the pony at first because he looked like another background pony. But then I saw the same pony all alone in the middle of the woods in the second comic, and then in the third and the fourth comic. I've tried to Google this pony to see if anyone else has noticed that they has been following the main 6 on their adventure, and most importantly why, but it seems I am the only one that has noticed him. So I was wondering, have you seen this pony and know who he is, or am I just seeing things? Sincerely, Tingle Sauce. P.S. Pinkie Pie is best pony, deal with it Sandy, and Sonic Rain Boom is best episode. Have you noticed Sandy?
Yes, the observers. They have silver blood. They're from the other dimension.
I don't think that's true.
Yes, they're going to get all fringe up in here. Turns out that the main 6 in this comic series are in fact the villains.
The mustache just for a moment. Okay, just need to move the mustache. So here's an example. Here's one of the frames from the comic. Now, enhance.
Zoom, enhance.
Zoom, pan, enhance. Mystery Pone. Who does it be? Why are they there?
They're observing. Ooh.
I want to believe.
That looks like Slender Man in a rain suit.
Ooh. Slender Pone.
I know. So maybe we could put it out there. It is very like tan in color.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's more Observer than Slender Mane.
Yeah, it's but definitely is inside of here. I've not seen that is the only one I've seen that has actually been present. I'd have to go in and find it, and especially
he's in all four. He's in all the first 4 ones.
No clue if he's in the 5th.
Yeah, I'd have to pour through that. But
he's on the moon.
Oh man,
have to see, or maybe I wonder if it's some sort of like.
There.
Let's call up our friend Andy Price and see if he knows anything.
Yep.
I
also just noticed that 3rd page of the comic, Lyra and Bonbon are sitting at a table together. Oh, background ponies.
I had the time of my life, and I went all to Lyra.
Shut up!
All right, and that takes care of all of our emails. I was able to get it done with a little bit of singing to add to it. So before we do the 5-star iTunes, you want to go ahead and talk about the next episode?
Yes, AC, we should talk about the next episode.
And you guys are going to get a second recording to go on top of this to the stream this week, because I definitely need to make sure that everyone knows what's going on. So let me go ahead and I will actually pull up the document that we have thus far. and I will link it in the chat for you guys to take a look. And this is not finished, obviously. We are going to have to... we are making revisions to this all the time until the day is done. But this is what I have here is the Bronyville episode 100 Mega Doc.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. So let's see. Bronyville Podcast episode 100 Mega Show featuring To Be Determined. Who do we have on the list? Well, I can't confirm anyone directly at this time, but
it's a mystery.
The what I can say is that that people that are interested and may potentially come, but not confirmed. Sibsy we have talked to. We need to talk to the individuals that are doing some of the comic work. We would love to get them on. We are also currently tentative to get Amy Keating-Rogers on for a little bit, which would be very, very fun. Hoping what I'd like to do is I'd love to get her to play some Minecraft, and that way after it's done, Soren can enjoy a game of Minecraft if he's able to play it. Seems like something he could really enjoy. So the potential games. Well, let me do the wheres. The where's and when. When, this is Saturday, April 6th from your usual time, noon Pacific to ? Thinking about a 12-hour show, but we'll see what happens with it. That will end up being 3 a.m. Sandy's time if we ended up finishing it. That
I can do it.
You think you got the endurance, sir?
I can do it.
All right. Well, all right. Potential games. This is what we've got listed so far. Scribblenauts Unlimited. That's going to be a me play and all you guys scream what things I should actually put into the text window while we do that. I think that's probably going to be an early game, so that way we could have the early guests actually participate in that with their silly suggestions. Other games are Minecraft, TF2, Terraria, Realm of the Mad God, The Ship, Torchlight 2, Portal 2, Magicka, Left 4 Dead 2, Borderlands 2, and perhaps Second Life?
AC, no. AC, please.
Perhaps Second Life?
Please, AC, no.
That is a last ditch. I am so bored. It's now time to break the stream.
And then we get banned from Twitch.
Never again.
Never again.
So we've already got some people that are working with. Actually, right now we're working with the Pony Fortress team. They are actually going to lend us a server for that particular day, so we have a full hosted server that's going to be out there for our use. We have Zyro, who is going to be helping us with a TeamSpeak server, a Terraria server, and a Minecraft server, so that we can get all these set up for you. As for some of the other ones, TF2, as I said, that's already been handled. Realm of the Mad God will simply just create a whole bunch of characters. All of us can jump in there, and we can all go pew pew and shoot everything. The Ship, Torchlight, Portal, Magicka, Left 4 Dead, and Borderlands is all as is. If we feel like we want to play that, we can figure out at the time. And actually on the after show, we're going to talk about donations, because we're running all this with the Brony Thank You Fund to get donations for their particular help. You can remember that they were the folks that were so helpful in the entire Las Pegasus group, and particularly right now are pulling information to actually make the Cal Art Scholarship for real. So we want to go ahead and help those guys out. We will be offering donation rewards, so if we hit particular limits, we may do particular things for you. Prizes, particular lost episodes, lost things that we can put out there to the stream. We may even be able to get our guests to contribute, so that would be super cool. And yeah, we can go ahead and we can work with this. As said, link to the doc will be flooding you guys. You could probably expect Equestria Daily. We will have some stuff out there so that you can know what is up. But we are expecting to have a full 100 episode game day next week on Saturday. So come on and join us. You can play around with us. So it is hopefully going to be a really good time. And hopefully the beginning of it won't be as crazy as our last marathon beginning. Remember that hour and a half, Sandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not good at all.
Yeah.
All right, so that takes care of the episode 100 discussion. As said, I will update it, and this particular doc will be updated as things happen. I'm trying to make it as seamless as possible. If you do have suggestions or stuff that you want to contribute to, get in touch with us, most likely via email at bronyville@gmail.com. If you are able to contribute or whatever you are willing to do for this momentous occasion.
We can play Saints Row 3. Yeah.
We could.
Doesn't that sound like a bad idea?
Yeah. You know, when I played Saints Row, I used to roll around as Applejack, right?
Really?
I actually created a character that was Applejack. He'd get the hat and a checkered shirt, and I totally was rolling around, messing stuff up as Applejack with a dude's voice, I
we're
think.
totally not going to play Saints Row 3. Because if we pop on multiplayer, people are going to start grabbing inappropriate weapons.
Yeah.
So, episode 100 coming next week. It's going to be big.
Also big are the people that have sent us iTunes reviews. We are dangerously close to 800. I'm using reverse psychology. Don't give us a review. Why would you ever want to give the show a review? It's not like you like it or anything. Because we're at 793 ratings. I mean, only that. So thanks to Stormy Seas, J-Pop 4321, and 5 Iron Brony, I guess, for leaving something on our page. I mean, it would be terrible if by next episode we had 800 reviews. Good.
I know, right?
Oh, that'd be horrible for our 100th episode. I don't know. That seems just so horrific. It's like the two things go together, but why would that happen? And donations. We actually have someone else that set up a automatic payment to us, a weekly little donation to make sure that we keep this show going. So thanks to Desert Nocturne. He's been showing up a lot this episode. And E. Leinertson for donating to us. Actually, we could go ahead and do this. Meredith, could I get a You Rock Woohoo?
You rock. Woohoo.
That works perfectly fine for me. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right, and to wrap up this episode, it is one cool thing time. So this is the time that we talk about one really awesome link, something that we want to go ahead and forward your way. Meredith, if you have something that you think is cool, be it pony related or not, and you want to go ahead and drop that into the doc, you can totally do that. It could even be links to some of your own stuff if you so wish.
Okay.
All right.
Video, song, anything?
Whatever you list, whatever you wish. Just a cool thing.
Self-promotion.
I
might just do that.
Ooh, there you go. I will start. My particular link for the week is Derp She Is. So there was an animation that's been on the
animation.
There's an animation
It
that's
is super cute.
been around on the internet of There She Is for years and years and years. Cute bunny chasing cute cat, trying to fall in love. This time it is cute derp and cute doctor. And it's, definitely smaller animation, at least in comparison of size to the original, but still mega cute and features muffins and cider. So that's good. Derp She Is. Animation is here. Let me see. The original creator is Alpha 995. And you can go ahead and check that. Link is in the show notes. It's super cool. Go check that. Sheffers, what do you got?
Yes, mine is controversial. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Our dear friend and super uber lefty Pink Pixel Kitties. Yes, he has gone forth with the Human Rights Campaign. They do their little pink equal thing that everybody's done. And of course, turned it into everybody's favorite pink party pony. It is cute, it is political, and it's pony related. Yes. Bear in mind, this is a serious conversation, and it does affect very real people, myself specifically. So keep that in mind.
Serious conversations with Pink Party Pony. I'm not sure how
yes,
to feel.
Indeed. Just party.
Party hard with those equal bars.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, so check that out. That is linked there in the show notes. Pink Equality by Pixel Kitties. All right, Meredith, what do you got for us?
Okay, I hate to do a little bit of self-promotion, but
Quite all right.
There's a song that I did a while back with a musician named Dongle Kumquat, who's one of my favorites, and I feel really bad because he did such a good job on it, and it hasn't gotten many views yet. So it's a song called Pixels. it's kind of an ambient track. It was really fun to do. So, and it's really pretty.
Oh, well, let me give this a click, and we can maybe play just a little bit, get everybody a little idea of what this is. Let's see. There we go. I'll kick forward a little bit.
Yeah, pick forward a little bit because I think the words come in around 1 minute.
Yeah, I got a little bit. Let me see. I've got you singing now. Oh, there's a beat.
Yay.
It's the highest I've ever gone. So.
Dig that one. Okay, that's Pixels featuring Meredith by Dungle Kumquat. And yeah.
What a name.
Link is there in the show notes. I'll go ahead and just leave that in the background for a little bit. Just let that do its thing. There we go. All right. And you know what that does? That takes us to the very end of this episode here. One cool thing time is over, so it's gotten time to go ahead and wrap up this episode. That is everything we need. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and stop that. All right, so as always, let's go ahead and do this. First off, Meredith, and for Zentra, who has already ran out, thank you both. But now, since it's just Meredith, thank you very much for coming on, telling us about Snowdrop and just everything that you guys have been doing over there at Silly Philly, and looking forward to the future project. If you need two guys that do silly voices, we might be able to help. If ever, just you have our number. If you need,
if we ever need voices, just keep an eye out on our Twitter and Tumblr and Facebook.
Yeah,
you never know.
Ooh.
Announcer ponies.
We need someone to. We need two very silly guys to talk about stuff on our show.
Well, just keep an eye out. You never know.
Okay, excellent. As always, Chef, thank you, Thunderbringer extraordinaire.
Count on me.
I do. And I always want to go ahead and thank our awesome fans, be it for those that are out there in the chat room. Thank you all. Thank you for dealing with my large mustacheness today. It's always great to have you guys around. And also thank you those that are download. Thank you to those that donate. We love every single one of you, and we wouldn't have been able to get to 99, potentially even 100 episodes without you.
Oh man, what a milestone.
First time I'm hitting 100, dude. This is a big one. All right. Yeah, you've circled this lot a few times.
It's all good, AC.
Yeah. All right, and so let's go ahead and wrap this up. You can always listen to the show, or you can always check out our website at BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com. Email address is Bronyville@gmail.com. You can join us roughly every Saturday at noon Pacific at Justin.tv/BronyvillePodcast. iTunes reviews, I love them. But I guess you guys don't want to give me any, so, we're just going to sit here at 793. It's not like they're a big deal and we want to get to 800 or anything. Yeah.
At 800, it's like they make us a real show or something.
We might even get featured on iTunes or something. But you wouldn't want that. God, geez. Listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. My Twitter account is at Bronyville.
Mine's that Chef Sandy.
Meetup groups, mine's the Bronies of Northern California.
Mine's Bronies of North Texas.
And conventions are still ?
Yay.
Hooray. All right. And that takes care of 99, Sandy.
All right.
What's going to happen next episode?
Oh, next episode.
Mass chaos.
Yep. Mass destruction. Bronyville Armageddon.
Max Silly. Bring in the Winnebago. All right, maybe not. So we're going to go ahead and cut you guys. No, I'm not going to cut you guys. I like you too much. We will go ahead and cut this for this week, and we will catch you next week with a whole bunch of silly, a whole bunch of gaming, and a lot of talk with some, hopefully, big stars for you guys. So anyway, that is episode number 99. We will catch you all next week on April 6th for Crazy Time. Till then, sleep well, every pony.
Adios.